Yo, we are back.
What's up?
We are back. Not
Wagwan.
too much of a hiatus, but we are back. What episode is it? 8, 9, whatever number it is. We here now. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? We shall start with the Bucks winning the in-season tournament.
right.
Yes. We're gonna start
Yeah.
with you, Dom. How do you feel about that?
I feel sensational. My boy Andre Jackson Jr. got in there and locked down Shea. AJ Green hit some tough buckets. We stopped Isaiah Hardenstein because he was going crazy with them floaters in that first half. It was a good day for me. We got all the media pundits talking about we back, which you know what, they deserve it. They deserve it. I ain't gonna lie because I know I did count them out too early in this season, but they just reminded me I can't even be too dramatic with this shit for real.
Word.
But when you think about how shit was going last season for the Bucks, and then you move into this season playing a little bad, then that and then I kind of get why a lot of people counted them out, including myself, because I'm just like, if they ain't gonna show me a serious basketball product, I ain't gonna be serious about them. But they switched
Mhm.
it around, so it is what it is.
Shit. I was
See,
watching the game. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, I was saying I see Z ended up disconnected for a little bit.
Yeah, I seen that. But the game, I'm happy for y'all, man. Y'all had a rough start,
Right.
Oh
for
yeah,
real.
oh
Y'all
yeah.
won how many games straight? 7?
Uh, I think it was like 6, maybe 7 before Atlanta broke that.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah,
Now,
like
now
like
Good.
they back
13.
rolling again.
Got like
I was
13
in.
and 3 in the last 15.
Mm-hmm. I'm real impressed, man. I'm glad your team is figuring it out. Dame is doing his thing. Y'all got
It
some
sure
good
is.
players. Y'all just gotta stay consistent.
Oh
Word.
yeah. They gotta
Hopefully
stay
y'all could win the
consistent.
chip. Beat Boston.
Facts.
Yeah,
I
Boston
got
never
the
put no
Yesterday
fear in my heart.
I had voted for them to win. I already knew they was gonna win. I just felt it like I don't know. OKC, they're good, but like I was saying before, I don't really believe in them as much because they missing a couple of offensive pieces. I don't believe in Jalen by himself. Um, feel me? I don't know. I see them being good. They of course they're gonna get problems, but you know, to when it comes to the playoffs where you got to settle down and when one of your stars is not performing right, you need another person to do it. Like I don't see them getting too far again, and I don't believe in the Celtics anyway. So we're gonna see what happens.
We'll see.
What you thinking, Pat?
Uh, Hopefully they can figure it out by the time the playoffs start. I hope they don't flop. I hope they progress and dominate the playoff because they have a good team. You see the team they got. They supposed to be winning, and they had a rough start, and now in the NBA Cup they won 7 games straight and won the NBA Cup. That's a good sign, and let's see if they can keep it up and stay consistent throughout the season going into the
Yeah,
playoff.
I hope they keep it going because Giannis is playing the way I like, bro. Like I need you. I need my players to play like that at all times, bro. Like I refuse to lose. In the interview, my man said, "Yo, I'm not losing. We're gonna get this
Yeah,
money, and we ain't losing." And sure enough, he did that. That's the type of shit I like to see, bro. I like to see people with that Mamba mentality.
not giving up. Give
Fact-
everything they got.
Facts. That's what I like. That's what draws me to the game, bro. Like makes me want to go out there and go kill, bro. Like you feel me? That's what I like.
How about you, Z?
You heard?
Um, it was a good game. I mean, I always have faith in Milwaukee to turn it around. I don't know why people were telling them to blow it up from the jump. I don't understand that. That was more of a what you call it? One of those panic buttons. Like if they would have blew it up, then it would have been like for what? And before we even started, um, Don wasn't here. But interesting news. They saying that CJ McCollum, they might try. The Bucks are the favorites to get him. Do I agree? Not really. But you know, that could probably help them offensively, but it would hurt them defensively. So
Oh yes, it really
Mhm.
would. I don't see that trade happening. I don't even think Milwaukee is probably even considering CJ on their roster right now.
mhm.
I wouldn't want that to happen. I'm not even lying. I don't like that move.
They had their time, man. They need to move on.
Yeah,
Dame and CJ McCollum had their time. It didn't work out. Don't come to the Bucks and make them bad defensively. He can
Yeah,
he can go somewhere else. Another team could use CJ McCollum.
oh for
Facts.
fact.
sure.
The Wolves would need somebody like that. Cause I seen the Wolves is no, not the Wolves. It was the Nuggets that's trying to get Jordan Poole.
Hmm.
They could use him too. But I see the Wolves. The Wolves need some type of help over there.
I could see that happening. See, CJ has it's tough because like he's a combo guard for sure, but I think he leans more towards like the shooting guard than he does like the traditional point guard role. Uh,
Definitely, definitely.
so
I
when
see
it
him.
comes to like him having to fit in Minnesota, it'll work, but I don't know if it'll like be like that. What they really need.
Yeah, I see that too. Yeah, I don't like the move.
That's like the piece before the piece that you get
Hell
like
yeah,
Bledsoe to Minnesota or Bledsoe to Milwaukee.
yeah, that's true.
Facts.
Most definitely. Okay, so besides the Bucks dominating OKC in the in-season tournament, we have got some. Hold on, I'll do this. Oh yeah, we've got some trade news that we were talking about. I think the last time we were here. Dennis Schroeder is now on the Golden State Warriors. My reasoning being, shit, they were winning too much, so they shipped him out of there first. But
Yeah.
the current averages right now before he plays a game for Golden State is 18.4 points per game, 3 rebounds, 6.6 assists. The Nets before the trade, because I don't think they played since, are 10 and 16. They're 11th in the Eastern Conference. Golden State are 14 and 11, 8th in the Western Conference. The Warriors got Dennis Schroeder, and I could be wrong. I think they got a pick. I'm not sure. I gotta check that. And
Yeah, I think they did get a pick with it. They got a second round pick.
the Nets got 3 second-round picks and DeAnthony Melton, who is currently injured. So, who do you guys? I mean, what do you guys think will happen with the Warriors from now? Do they get better? Do they get worse? I'll start with you, John, being that you're the resident Warriors fan here.
They definitely gonna get better. Um, I feel like he's gonna help them. Definitely when Steph is on the bench, that's gonna help because as you see recently, like usually, not usually, but in the beginning of the season, the way how Steve Kerr was doing um Steph minutes was like he'll come out at the end of the third or towards the end of the third, like 1 or 2 minutes before the third is over, and then he'll come back like 7 minutes in the fourth quarter, and that was really messing them up. So recently, when they was going through their little losing stretch, they changed it. He would come out in the third, come back in the third, start the fourth, then leave in the fourth and come back in towards the end, like 4 minutes in the fourth. So I feel like that's gonna definitely help him. He
Hmm.
probably gonna go back to those minutes what he was doing before, but either way, Schroeder has just now pushed himself to become the second leading scorer on the team with what he averages right now. And I think that's definitely gonna help with Wiggins being there too. But they still missing a piece. They need a big, and there's bigs right now that are free, bro. Like they dropping the price for Valanciunas. They need to go pick him up um before the Lakers do, because the Lakers is looking at him too. So like they need to get a
Yeah.
big ASAP, bro, because Just like when we was watching the Rockets game in the tournament, they could have won that game. They had the game. Even though the refs was doing what the refs is doing, I feel like, yo, bro, you cannot depend on the cops, bro. Like, you can't play the game and be like, the
Yeah.
cops is gonna bail you out, bro. Like, no, bro, you cannot do that. You gotta play the game the way the game is supposed to be played. Steph made a stupid ass three, took a stupid ass three, even though we know it's a makeable shot. You're up one with 16 seconds left. The shot clock was about four seconds lower than the game clock. There was no reason to take that shot with 10 seconds left. I don't
Yeah.
understand that. And then when what's his name, GP3 caught the ball, right? Well, Gary Payton Jr. When he caught the ball, he gave the ball up. Like, hold the damn ball. I don't understand. Like, what was going on right there? They're a championship team. Like, that don't make any sense to me, bro. I didn't get that. So, and as you can see, the play before that, Draymond, well, two plays before that, Draymond was playing tremendous defense on Sengun. Sengun was having a problem with him. And then they switched off and brought Looney in, and Looney was guarding Sengun. Sengun took that and ate that food. That was barbecue chicken. He scored the basket and made them go down. They dropped the lead to one. It was what, 89-90 at that point. And then that whole three happened. Then they got the free throw, and that's how they won by one. So to complete their defense, because they're a good defensive team, they need another big. Jackson is doing good when he comes to the blocks sometimes, the rim protection. He could get rebounds. You see him fighting, but they're not consistent getting rebounds. And when they play in a big like Jokic, Giannis, Embiid, or the other bigs that's out there, they have problems, bro. They need
Ooh.
a big. They need a big. What you think, Pat?
I think that trade was amazing. I'm not gonna downplay Milton because they were doing good with Milton in the beginning
Facts.
of the season
Facts.
until he got injured and they started going down.
Yeah.
It's a sad story for him. I hope he get a speedy recovery for him. But Dennis Schroeder was a perfect play for the Warriors. He's coming in with 18.4 points, 3.0 rebounds, and 6.6 assists. I feel like he's a good facilitator for the ball. He's gonna move the ball around for the Warriors, and you know, we just got to see what Dennis Schroeder is gonna do for the Warriors and what type of decisions he makes on the court.
Facts. 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 What you saying,
Yeah.
Dom?
Well, for me, I really, really like this trade, just like y'all do. For me, it's more so that they have somebody that can also carry that responsibility of handling the ball. When I would watch the Warriors, to me, it seemed like their second unit had a lot of difficulty with that because they trusted Brandon Podziemski to do it. And I fully believe Podziemski does have the capability of doing it, but the way he's playing as of now, I just don't think he's ready for that role just yet. I think he needs to spend a little bit more time honing his skill. I think this is why Dennis Schroeder steps in, and this is perfect for Golden State because now when Curry takes his breaks, y'all got somebody to carry that playmaking on for y'all a little bit. He can also defend. He can defend pretty well. He can defend most quick guards. I would say he could hang in with some of the elite ones too on defense. I could see him trying to go up against the Shays, the Foxes and whatnot. So yeah, I think this has been a really good move for Shorter, especially now that they can kind of add more shots or more better shots and less turnovers by reducing the role of Podziemski
Facts.
because he was struggling mightily
Facts.
as that playmaker for them.
Facts. And his threes wasn't even going down. I think he was shooting like below 30% for the
Yeah.
season. He was shooting bad. It started to pick up. He started to do a little better, but it was just bad. And also when we let me go back to that Rockets game. Like when we talk about we need another person to help Steph. Wiggins didn't play that game. So in the fourth quarter, there was like two straight possessions where they was fighting to get a three, and they was fighting to get Curry the ball, where it became a shot clock violation. So now there was two plays straight. They did a shot clock violation because they couldn't get the ball, in the basket. They couldn't find the proper plays. Steph was getting doubled, So now with Schroeder there, they don't need to force him to get a three. Like Schroeder's gonna find it or get to the basket. He could create for himself and he could create for others.
Absolutely.
So I feel like this is a great pickup, but they are almost there. They're gonna go. I feel like they're gonna get back to where they was at in the beginning of the season because this guy Melton was basically helping them on the defensive end and the offensive end. Right?
Yep.
That's why they was so good in the beginning of the season. And once he went down, like Pat said, they started going down. And now they got Schroeder. I feel like that helps their defense even more, and that helps them to now go back on that couple of game win streak to do their thing. So what you think about this, Zoo?
What the Dan Schroeder thing?
Yeah.
To be honest, from before when we first announced it, like when they was looking at Cam Johnson, Dennis, and what's the other guy named Dorian Finney-Smith, I was saying I think Dennis Schroeder, besides Cam Johnson, would help them the most because they need a backup point guard.
Yeah.
And the first game I tuned into, I was actually able to watch from the Warriors. The guy who I said they should replace him with, which was Pods, did some bonehead. I ain't never seen nobody ever do that in my life.
That was
pump fake.
Yeah.
Luka fly by him. Pump fake again. Luka fly by him. Then Luka gets back into position, and Luka end up blocking.
Word. That was stupid.
Technical difficulties, but yeah, he needs to go get some reps, or just go start packing up Gatorades and shit for the guys.
Word.
But I think it's a good pickup. I give it out of letter ranking, I'd probably give it like a B plus because I got to see it first. But
Facts.
From the looks of it on paper, it looked like a B plus.
But I don't know what Mike Dunleavy was thinking by choosing Pods over Clay. Like that don't make any sense to me, bro. Like I don't know. I don't know if Mike knows basketball, if he just knows how to shoot and that's it. Because his decision making, the way how he's doing this, it don't make sense. Cause like, what his name was
Eddie House.
No, the last GM.
Oh, Bob Myers.
Bob Myers knew exactly what he was doing. Like, and I think he left because he was like, probably whatever situation was going on, where he was like, yo, y'all bugging out. I did all this. I set the team up properly, and then now y'all probably treating me bad and stuff like that. So I never seen why he left. He should have just stayed, bro. He would have been one of the greatest GMs ever. You feel me? Because definitely, if he would have stayed, they probably got rid of him, or he probably left because of the KD thing. Who knows? Yeah. But if he would have stayed, they would have won another chip besides 22 already. Clay would have got paid. They probably would have never got rid of Jordan Poole. They probably would just say, yo, bro, y'all got to figure this out, bro. Fuck that. Y'all teammates fight all the time. Y'all got to figure it out. You feel me?
Yeah.
But who knows?
So now, being that we talked about probably the two biggest, I guess, the past week, the news of the week, I guess you could say, the Bucks and then the Schroeder. I have also thought about the Jimmy Butler situation, and I'm seeing a lot of people say he should go to Phoenix. The only thing about the Phoenix thing is, if he goes for Bradley Beal, it's if Bradley Beal says yes.
Yeah.
Why is it because he says yes? Is because he has a no trade clause.
Yeah.
So if nobody knows what a no trade clause is, both sides have to agree, the player and the team. So if you guys were a GM, right, would you hand out no trade clause? And before y'all answer, I want to show y'all players who have gotten no trade clause. There's only 10 players in history to get them. Starting with LeBron, Melo, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Kobe, Dirk, Dwayne Wade, David Robinson, John Stockton, and Bradley Beal. There's a lot of names here. Oh, there's a lot of names that's not on here. But for some reason, they gave Bradley Beal a no trade clause. In your estimation, do you guys think that a no trade clause is worth the risk.
Man, he's literally like the only non-first ballot player on here, huh?
Exactly what I was about to say. But you gotta think about it. It's Washington though.
Shit, he
The
got one
Wizards.
for John Wall. Gilbert didn't even get one of them else.
Yeah, they probably felt like they was close to being where they was with Gilbert and John, and they love Bradley game. I mean, let's not take nothing away from Bradley. I think if he didn't get injured, he probably could have been one of those top players like that too over there.
I think. I mean, shit. He averaged 30 twice, but
Exactly.
my problem with it is, you gave it to him, and as soon as you gave it to him, you wanted to move him.
Yeah.
So being that you wanted to move him after you gave it to him, is like he has to say yes. So you can't help yourself in this situation. It's like if Dame had one. If Dame had one, he probably would be in Miami right now.
Yep.
True. But the fact that he didn't have one and they just shipped him wherever he felt, wherever they felt they would get the most back, is why, in my opinion, to the main question, is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it. Depending on if you have a LeBron James, Tim Duncan, a Wemby, I would say would be worth it. You know what I'm saying? But in a sense of like a Bradley Beal where he hit his peak already, I don't see him averaging 30 again. I could be wrong. I don't see him being worth no trade clause. Not saying he's not worth his money, but not worth a no trade clause. Because remember, Paul George wanted one from the Clippers. He didn't even get one. And in my estimation, I would say he's better than Bradley Beal. But you know what I'm saying? To ask y'all now, who do y'all think is the next player in line for one? Besides Wemby, because I feel like I said that already.
I was gonna say you already named him. That's the only one you can give one to.
Huh?
Pat, you go.
Wemby.
Wemby?
Yeah.
I feel like besides Wemby, I feel like Ant might get one.
You mean Edwards?
Yeah, he might get one. It's not a guarantee. He might get one, depending on how good the Timberwolves are in the next few years.
I think maybe Giannis could get one because I don't
think that too.
The Bucks. I don't think they would ever want to trade him.
I feel like if he would have got one, he would have got one already.
I feel like they're like they waiting on his greatness more. I feel like I don't know how to explain it. Like
I know, but I feel like being that he's already what how old is Jonathan? 31, 32?
Yeah,
he just turned 30.
Oh, ripe age of 30. So if anything, if he can get an extension, they might as well do it now.
Exactly.
Because if you wait,
they should have got one.
Yeah, he should have got one in Portland.
I feel like the teams that should give it is the teams that are like low market teams with the stars, and they don't want to. Let's just freaking trade their players to a big market team, and then that player become a champion, like a la LeBron.
Yeah.
You know.
To be fair, I think if LeBron didn't have one, I wonder if anybody would have ever traded him if he never had a trade clause.
But he never got traded.
I know. I wonder if it's because he had a no trade clause.
Well, true that. I'm not sure, but
Dwayne Wade, didn't he get traded from Chicago to Cleveland?
I think he asked for that.
Okay.
But he went to Cleveland first, and then went to Chicago.
No.
He left Miami and went to Cleveland.
No.
I think Luka Doncic may also be deserving.
Right? Wasn't it that way? He didn't go.
He went to Chicago first. He signed with Chicago because Miami didn't want to give him the money.
Oh yeah. True that. Yeah. And then he didn't even play a full season there, right?
He got to the playoffs with him, Jimmy, and Rondo, and then after, I think probably the next season after, he got shipped to Cleveland with Braun, D Rose, Isaiah Thomas, all them niggas over there.
But then he
they
didn't stay there.
They traded him right back to
Miami, and that was like I think the reason why that happened though is because he was at the end, so he left Miami because he wanted to play in Chicago just to have that jersey in his belt because that's his home. Michael Jordan, his favorite player.
That Cleveland jersey is one of the ugliest jerseys ever though.
Facts.
Yeah.
I think the only reason why he went to Cleveland was to try to do it again with LeBron, and then he realized it wasn't working. He was hurt. He couldn't play. He couldn't do what he wanted to do. So he just went back home. Well, not home.
Retired the same year.
Yeah, exactly. Went back to Miami and was like, I'm gonna call it quits now. So I think it was all just to, just to try to, just to play for Chicago, just to try to win it one more time, and then said, "Fuck it, I can't do it, so I'm out."
Yeah, and what were you saying, Dom? You said who? You said Luka?
I think Luka Doncic deserves is also a prime candidate for one.
True
I'm
that.
kind of surprised Steph doesn't have one.
True that. True that.
Because
But I don't think they're gonna give it to Steph
Not
because
no more. I don't know. He old as shit now.
yeah, but I don't think they're gonna give it to him or they would give it to him because they loyal to him as crazy, like crazy. Because look at how much they was worth before he became who he is to what
No,
they're
I know
worth.
that's. If he was to ask for it, I feel like they would give it to him though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like it. I feel like yeah, but I feel like they just like we never gonna trade you, bro. Like you're
never
not
even
even
had it.
declining right now. Like you
Yeah.
playing the way you playing, you're not declining. You're just your numbers is still what his numbers is what 2015 numbers. His first MVP numbers right now. So
when y'all do get rid of him, send him over to Milwaukee. We gonna get him another one.
I don't think he's gonna go, bro. I think if he ever leaves, it's going to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Just
for
to
his
play
dad.
over there.
At his hometown.
And I don't even think he would want to leave because he want to be on some Kobe shit, stay in one jersey for 20 years or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy to me. I feel like the most impactful no trade clause on this whole list is most likely Kevin Garnett. I think that one changed the direction of history in the sense of that no trade clause ended up being the Boston Big Three, which ended up leading LeBron go to Miami, and a whole tumbleweed of effects right after that.
Facts. And then that trade also, like if you want to continue it, Kevin Garnett left, win a championship, killed LeBron, right? Then LeBron said, I got to do the same thing. Left, went to Miami. Then a year after, Melo said, I'm tired of this shit. I'm out too. And went to New York. Feel me? But I don't think he did use his shit at that time. But I don't know. That trade for him to go to New York, I think that was a bad decision, bro. He should have just waited till he was a free agent. Because the amount of New York pieces they gave up for him, bro, for him to go over
Gallinari and
there.
all of them.
Yeah, for him to go over there and have to fight for his life like he was still in Denver was stupid. But
I seen Amari Stoudemire talking about how his first game over there, he punched the wall because the ball stopped moving. Before Melo got there, the ball was moving. Oh no, before he got to New York, the ball was moving because he was in Phoenix with Steve Nash. Then he got next to Melo, and Melo was not, for all intended purposes, he was a ball hawk.
Yeah, because he's an ISO player, bro. You feel me?
So,
He was doing his thing that way. So
I always wonder why he got out of there so quick when Porzingis came around. I really would have liked to see more of them together.
Melo and Porzingis, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I was saying the same thing, but
they broke that up real quick.
They couldn't do it, and I feel like Porzingis wanted to stay in New York, even though nobody knew who he was. They hated him as his first season, or not even his first season, his right after he got drafted, and then when he started killing for them, they started loving him. But I feel like Melo and him, they probably would have meshed well, because even when Melo went to Lakers, or Portland, his numbers was good. It went down.
In LA, he averaged like 50%, 57% from the mid range.
And then he was on pace to average the most 3-pointers for LA. He was shooting like 6 a game, or making 6 a game, something like that.
Hell yeah!
So he was doing good. And what was crazy is when they dropped his numbers, his minutes in LA, he still was averaging the same amount with less minutes, and then he became even more efficient.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's a fact. That is definitely a fact.
I don't know. You know, the NBA is weird, bro. It's business, but it's also weird because a lot of these people, they don't know basketball, bro. They don't. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you draft Andrew Bennett. Like, shit like that.
Anthony Bennett was that was just one that they just did because they took a chance, a bad chance, but a chance.
That's my point. Like, who's watching these people?
Chance on that.
Who's watching these people, bro?
But supposedly he was good in college, just not number one pick good. Like
That's my point.
That's what they said.
That's my point. Whoever is like how you give up.
But then again, when you look at Cleveland's draft history, besides LeBron and Kyrie and them, they don't really have that much great picks.
Wiggins was a good pick too, but what I'm saying
Yeah, they
is
traded him, so he don't even really count as Cleveland.
how does what's the name Jokic drop all the way to freaking second round? Like that don't make no sense.
Taco Bell commercial.
That don't make no sense. How does Dalton Connect drop all the way to what 16? That don't make no sense. Like a lot of the picks, they just is like I feel like
some is name value, but some is also just what they need.
Word, but I'm talking about like the top picks, like 1 to like 5, is bad. Like they need a.
Who was drafted? Risa Shea, Alexander Sarr. Who was number 3? Who's number 3?
3.
But no, this season, this draft, it was a bad draft period. So I feel like it don't even matter.
Who was number 3?
What happened?
That was number 3 is Reed Shepard out of Houston.
He don't even play.
Kentucky. He's really good though. It's just crazy to me.
It should be mandatory that you work out for all 32 teams, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like the reason why it's not is because some players if they get drafted there, they know they're not gonna play, so it's just like it'll be a waste.
But this
like
is how I see.
Like if Tatum got lucky though, because he got drafted behind Gordon Hayward. If Gordon Hayward don't break his foot, I don't know if Tatum plays that much.
Facts, but I think when the draft shit comes, I think you should get a certain amount of players. Like you're not gonna have the stars come and help out and shit like that, but like certain players that's trying to get minutes or get a contract and stuff like that. When the rookies come to do their workout, they should have them also do 5-on-5 with the team and run some plays and do some shit to see how that's gonna mesh.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Instead of just saying, oh yeah, he could shoot the ball with nobody guarding him, running up the court doing regular drills with nobody guarding him. Like these guys are becoming pros. Of course, they're gonna make these shots and they're gonna look good. Like put them in an in-game situation where you can tell how they playing. Do they have that effort? Do they have that mindset that they want to get better? Like all of that comes into play.
I'm trying to think of a player that got drafted to a situation. The situation there wasn't good, but they went elsewhere and they became like a star.
There's a
bad situation. It became a star, huh?
Yeah.
There's a couple of players. You could say Brunson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He was good in his situation. It's not like he was stuck on the bench.
Yeah, but they didn't believe in him to be a star the way he is right now.
Well, shit, they wanted to keep him too. That's the thing.
Yeah, but they wanted to keep him with less money.
Yeah, they try to find the Knicks for tampering too, because his pops work for the Knicks and shit, so they already knew that shit was a done deal.
They want to say tampering because the way how he playing now, they're like, well, you wasn't doing that for us.
I mean, shit. I ain't gonna lie. In Dallas, he won them a series. When they beat the Jazz. That was a tough
I know, but that's when they should have said, all right, you know what? If the Knicks want to pay you 5, I will give you 6.
Because they did have fun for that.
They didn't do that. So you want to say tampering? How about you say you devalued me? How about that?
I mean,
I heard Luka did. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I heard Luka didn't want Brunson to go.
Did. That's why
he ended up with Kyrie, so they ended up with Kyrie.
Because think about it. Luka is looking at it like, I need somebody else that I can pass the ball to that can do his own thing. I don't want to have to be the one to wild out all the time. Same thing like James Harden. That's why a lot of them is teaming up, because they're like, yo, bro, I'm tired of being the fucking one to do everything. Like, it's supposed to be a team game, and you got me smoking every time. I'm going to hurt myself. Y'all ended my career early.
That's precisely why KD left.
See, James Harden, that shit is a funny situation because he's one of those. He took a reduced role, and people say he fell off and shit. And now when he's back to being the number one, he's killing, and everybody say, "Oh, Prime Harden is back."
Yeah,
he's been there the whole time.
He been told y'all this, nigga. I'm leaving Houston because y'all want me to kill, and I'm not doing it by myself. And what happened? That's like no lie. He's the only one that came out vocalized like, nigga, y'all want me to do too much. The team is not good. Oh yes, the team is. Oh, you say, oh no, the team is not good. Watch, I'm not gonna play. What happens? They was the worst team in
Yeah,
the league.
they tried. Yeah,
So
they tried. They tried to harden. They got John Wall, Westbrook, and fucking Chris Paul in the span of like 3 years. That shit is mad funny, son.
no, they did, but the players that they had wasn't complimenting his style. The only player I could say that, well, Westbrook did average 25 with him, but it's Westbrook. You know Westbrook is gonna take dumb shots, but
Yeah.
Chris
Westbrook.
Paul
What I mean, they
helped them.
they blew up the team. They blew up that team for Westbrook. They traded Clint Capella, and that's when they started running PJ at the 5. That was just a
Yeah,
bad decision.
that was
It
bad.
wasn't a bad team though.
Yeah, they
It
wasn't.
wasn't bad until they played against fucking Anthony Davis and he bust their ass.
Yeah,
That
he
was just like,
destroyed him. They only had
But
like
that
one game against them.
the
yeah.
best chance they had was when they had Chris Paul.
Yeah,
Yep. That was when he averaged 30. He averaged 36.
That was the best
Yeah.
chance, and then right after that was when he left,
He
right?
got
Right
Westbrook.
after that season.
yeah. Right after
No,
that season, he was done. He was like,
he got
"Yo, that was
he left after the bubble. So in the bubble he had Westbrook, and then the year 21 he had John Wall, and then he got traded to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't
John
even
Wall
play
never
with
even
John Wall
played.
that much. Yes, he did.
He played the
He
whole
played like
season.
he played the first few games, and then
Yeah, and
that's
then he got
when
hurt.
and then that was when it was James Harden, DeMarcus Cousins, and John Wall, and then
Yeah.
James Harden just left.
It's like, yo, yeah, this team is not good. I'm not doing this shit.
A slept-on team, a teammate of James Harden's is Dwight Howard. I feel like that was a very good duo that people just forget about.
Word.
Mainly because Dame broke that whole shit up with that one shot. But you know what I'm saying? That was a good team.
That was. He had some good teams. It was just, I don't know. Maybe it was his play
The
style.
odds
I don't know.
is back against him. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know. He did have some good teams. They tried with him, like you said. They really did try with him, but
He was a victim of having a prime during a dynasty, nigga. That was his problem. He hit
The
his
year they-
prime when the Warriors just came up.
word.
The year they missed 27 straight was robbery though. Like y'all know, can't nobody convince me that was no highway robbery.
It was,
It is-
but in my head, like they didn't lose by that much either. If they would have just like realized, yeah, these threes ain't hitting. Trevor Ariza is just 1 for 10. It's like, yeah, bro, we ain't making shit.
weren't
We gotta
getting
attack
calls.
these niggas.
Bro,
Yeah, they wasn't getting no fouls either. That shit was crazy.
bro, you know what's funny about that situation? I think about that shit a lot this year because I'm like, that's gonna happen in the finals or in the playoffs again this year. Because I don't believe in the Celtics, and I believe they're gonna be that team that's gonna be jacking up them threes and missing a lot of them. I feel like that's gonna happen again.
So,
it's gonna
to
get tighter in the
go on
playoffs.
to our, my personal favorite segment, buy or sell. You know what I'm saying? We got new topics. This one, it's Christmas time. We ain't really focused on serious shit right now. It's more fun, but mainly for debate purposes. And I want to hear how you guys feel about this. I've seen a few debates about certain names in the NBA history or NBA lore, and I want to see how you guys feel about it. So to start, the first buy or sell question of the episode is: Tim Duncan was the best player in the NBA from 2003 to 2005. His averages during this time, from 2003 to 2005, was 21.9 points, 12.1 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 2.7 blocks per game. His accolades at this time was 2-time NBA MVP, 3-time NBA champion, and a 3-time Finals MVP. How do you guys feel? I will start with Dom. I'll start with you. Buy or sell, Tim Duncan was the best player in the NBA from 2003 to 2005.
You know what? I'm buying. Kobe, I love you.
All right.
God rest his soul. I'm buying this because if you got that on your in that amount of years, three times Finals MVP. that make you the best. That make you the best player in the world automatically. Yeah, at least that's my criteria. You get to the finals, you show you that guy. You it. Tim Duncan was all around. He could defend. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I want to not cut you off, but I want to add something. The reason why I put these accolades because his first ring was in I think 1999. That was his first ring.
Yes,
so I wanna say to be the best, you have to have certain accolades at the time you being called the best. So that's why I added stuff that's outside of the years. But by the years here, 2003, 2005, this is what he has already accomplished. So that's why these accolades are here. I don't want to fact check. Oh, he didn't win 3 in a row yet. You know what I'm saying? I just want to give y'all the background of me putting these accolades here. But go ahead, continue down.
But no, I get that because cause I know you can't win three in just 2 years. But yeah, that's that. Like I say, if he was able to do that in that time span, and I already think he was a pretty versatile player. He had the whole complete package. I mean, not every player is without flaws, but Tim Duncan's game was pretty sound. So I'm comfortable with giving him that. Like I said, Kobe was still a killer and doing his thing, but I'm definitely comfortable with saying that's the case with Tim Duncan because he was just the ultimate team player. Period, point blank.
Okay, Pat, I'm gonna let you go next. I want to hear how you feel about this. Agree or disagree?
I will buy it because his stats prove it, and his team, Spurs. Come on, you can't forget about the Spurs. They were killing. I don't think the Spurs will be where they at without Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was that big they needed. He played defense, pulling all the bigs in the league. But his play style was so boring, but he was still killing.
Surprisingly, he averaged 25 before. I didn't know that. I was looking at his numbers. I said, damn, he averaged 25?
25 off the post and layup.
And shooting. He could shoot.
Shooting? He was shooting threes?
He got no threes. You could shoot
mid-range,
and not shoot
free throw.
threes, bro.
Like free throw line, the bank shot, his bank shot.
Bank shot,
you could shoot and not shoot threes, bro.
But yeah. So you buy it. So we got 2 buys. John, I know you're gonna go for the longest, so go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Because look, like these
wait, hold on.
Let
me just say. Let me say something. Hold on. Wait, before you go. Only reason why I'm gonna just say I could buy it maybe for 1 year, maybe for
that's
like 04 to 05.
That's what I'm
2003, I might give it to Shaq. But go ahead. Continue.
All right, so there we go. Because Pat just be chatting shit. He don't be knowing basketball. You know what I mean? Yo, listen, bro.
Go ahead.
From 2003 and 2004, Shaq was the best player. He was killing. I don't care about his numbers right there and his accolades. Yes, we know who Tim Duncan was. Yes, he won 3 championships. Yes, he was doing his thing. But the best player? No. Maybe 2005 when Shaq was in Miami, because Shaq started declining once he left LA. But Shaq went to the finals in 2003. Shaq went to the Eastern Conference in 2004. Well, he went to the finals in 2004 because they won 2003, right? They lost to the Pistons in 2004. Then he got traded and went to Miami in 2005, right? And then went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So he was in the conference finals for 3 straight years, right? And then I didn't even add 2006 when he won another chip, right? So I will give Duncan maybe 2005 to 2004 to 2005 after Shaq got traded. But from 03 and 04 and no, from 02 to 03, 03 to 04, no. Shaq was killing. There was nobody better than Shaq. Nobody was better than Shaq, bro. You're wilding.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Oh, you said who won the chip 2003?
Who won in 2003? It was
the Spurs.
The Lakers. The Lakers won it.
No, it was the Spurs.
It was the Spurs.
Spurs won in 03?
Lakers
yes.
was 2000.
Yeah, they won. Lakers won 2001, 2002.
No, they won 2000, 2001, 2002.
Yeah, they won 3. Yeah. So, yeah, 2003, yeah, he won, but still, no, he still wasn't.
And won 2005.
Yeah, he won 2005. He didn't win 2004. They lost in 2004.
Yeah,
They went to the finals every other year type shit. It was going every other year, every like 2 years, right? But no, he wasn't better. Look, if you look at Shaq numbers, bring Shaq numbers up. Shaq was dominating. You're wilding. If you want to talk about numbers and stats, let's go. Put Shaq numbers up there. Shaq was wilding. Dom said Kobe. No, Kobe not yet. Kobe not yet. Kobe still was still. He was like 1B to Shaq. Shaq was in Lakers. Shaq, bro, you're wilding, bro. Nobody was better than Shaq when he was in the Lakers, bro. I don't care. You're wilding.
Much respect to him. I don't know. Like I said, when you got that team success, it for me it's a little bit different.
Team success is fine, but we talking about individual.
Yeah, but James
Harden don't got those accolades, and James Harden was the best player for 1 year. Lion?
Okay. But
exactly.
But at least James Harden was the engine. You know, you feel me? Like he was able to get them to
So what the hell Shaq was? Shaq was the car, the engine. He just had Kobe driving it.
Okay. Say that again. He had Kobe what?
He had Kobe. You said James Harden was the engine, right? And I'm saying Shaq was the car and the engine. He just had Kobe driving.
James Harden drove his own vehicle.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan drove his own vehicle.
He drove his vehicle off a cliff.
He drove his vehicle.
He drove his vehicle.
Some Jeeps and then some.
He
got carjacked. He got carjacked.
He didn't get carjacked. He crashed into Steph.
No, he got carjacked.
He crashed into Steph.
What, bro?
The referees, they stopped him and said, "You know what, bro? Your license expired." And then they busted his headlight and tossed him out the car.
Yeah, the cops didn't have nothing to do with it. He couldn't see with all those missed threes. They was all over his windshield. He couldn't see. 27 missed threes, bro. Couldn't see shit.
And that's why I say Tim Duncan. He had that Cadillac. He had that joint running nice.
Tim Duncan is Tim Duncan, but I don't think Tim Duncan ever was the best player in a season. I will give him maybe 2005, but those seasons when he won championships, Shaq was still killing, bro. You're wild.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's true. And
look
he
at
won.
Shaq. Bro, where's Zuri at? Where's
bro,
Shaq?
Tim Duncan won MVP 2002.
Put Shaq numbers up for those years, Zuri.
Hold on.
03 to 05.
I have to look it up on my phone.
Compare Shaq numbers with Tim Duncan.
Hold on, let me just do the comparison. Hold on.
Shaq was an MVP. Shaq was a 3-time final, 3 times champion. You feel me? Shaq was averaging 30, 10. Yo, Shaq was wilding too, bro. You're wilding. They have the same accolades, except for MVP. I don't think Shaq had 2 MVPs. But
so surprisingly, when they played in the playoffs, they beat each other equal amount of times, 15 times apiece.
Because they was always going back and forth. That's why when each time they went to the finals, they had to go to each other.
Playoffs,
except for they had to go to each other. I think Mavericks was fighting with Spurs too, but it was always coming down to the Lakers and the Spurs.
Okay. So the averages against each other on my phone. Tim Duncan averages. This is against Shaq, by the way.
No, not against him. No, we're not doing against him. We're doing from 2003 to 2005 Shaq numbers. Period.
Hold on, let me go to 2003. There. This.
Put it up on the screen, gang.
I'm actually gonna first. I'm gonna have to improvise and look this shit up real quick. Shaquille O'Neal. That's there we go. 2003. He averaged. Hold on.
He averaged on 22.
Okay. Shaq averaged in 2003. He averaged 27.5, 11.1 boards, 3.1 assists, and 2.4 blocks.
And he was already a 3 times finals MVP.
2000, 2004, he averaged 21.5, 11.5 boards, 2.9 assists, and 2.5 blocks. And 2005, he averaged 22.9, 10.4 blocks, and 2.7 assists with 2.3 blocks. That was the 3-year span.
Shaq numbers is better to me.
All right, go. Do Tim Duncan numbers.
Right there. Look, right there.
Nah.
Well, that's the combined. That's the combined. Hold on. I'm gonna do
throughout the years.
I'm gonna do a separate for y'all. Stats. Forgive me. Looking this up on the phone. Here we go. I have one hand, but here we go. First year, he averaged, which is the MVP year, 2003, 23.3 points, 12.9 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 2.9 blocks. This 2004.
Shaq already got that.
2004, he had 22.3 points, 12.4 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 2.7 blocks.
He got that year.
2005, the final year, he averaged 20.3 points, 11.1 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 2.6 blocks.
Shaq got 2 years, bro.
2003, Tim Duncan got the MVP, so.
Yeah.
And 2002.
Bro, they gave Nash the MVP, bro. I'm not caring about that. Listen.
He had them boys running though. Talking about that, but like I say, it's
no.
Stick to the topic. Stick to the topic.
Nash was doing his thing, but Kobe had averaged 30 something, like 36 that year, bro. Dropped 81.
To the topic.
And they gave it to Nash. Like that
talking
don't
about
mean
Tim Duncan.
I look. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it all because I know Shaq was killing. The only reason why you give Tim Duncan the nod is because he won the finals within those 2 years.
Won finals twice in these 2 years.
He won it in 05.
3 and 05.
Yeah, 05 and 03. He beat the Pistons in 05, and he beat who they beat in 03? Nets.
I think the Nets.
Yeah, the Nets in 03. Yeah. Because the Nets went there 2 years straight. They lost to the Lakers and then they lost to them.
So you're selling it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm selling it.
Next one. This is more of a current topic, but let's just say, keep it into today's conversations.
What you doing? You say you buying or selling? What you doing?
I said
everybody went but you, nigga. What you doing?
I think I could buy it.
Okay.
I think I could buy it. Because I think the greatness was already there. Like 2003, Tim Duncan is probably his best year. And then, you know what I'm saying? He's already a defensive monster. He's probably the best player to never win Defensive Player of the Year, which is crazy. And those were his peak defensive years.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? So I could buy it. I know Shaq was still nice in 03, but right after 03, his numbers declined. Yeah. So I could give it to Tim Duncan. I'll let him buy that one. But if it was like from 2002 to 2005, then it'll be no. But the fact that it's 03 to 05, I'll be like, all right, I'll let him slide. You know what I'm saying? He got it for me. Next one. Giannis Antetokounmpo is now the MVP. His average over the last 15 games specifically has been 32.9 points, 11.2 rebounds, 6.9 assists, 2.1 blocks. Their current record now is 14-11, and they're 5th place in the East and now the NBA Cup champions. Dom, being that you're the resident Bucks fan, I will let you go first.
I'm buying. Oh, you already know I was buying. Man, I got something to say. This is going to be on topic 2, but y'all, a lot of people out there like to pretend there's some sort of huge gap between Jokic and the rest of the NBA. That is not true. It is not true. Y'all need to stop acting like that. This man, Giannis, is not that far behind, if at all. I mean, come on, man. I love.
He's not even behind. They next to each other.
I'm saying I feel like they neck and neck.
They're going like this.
You say, there's an offensive gap. What about the other side of the ball? And even if we just talking about offense here,
Giannis is a great passer. Giannis is a monster offensive rebounder, and he finishes off plays. This man is averaging 33 on
I think
over
he's leading the
60%.
league, actually.
Oh, on over 60% shooting.
So he leading the league in points right now?
Yeah.
Still evolving his game from the mid-range. At 30 years old. Like, come on. So yes, I'm buying every day of the week, and y'all need to stop saying there's a gap between Jokic and the rest of this league, because there ain't. That man is great, but come on.
Okay. All right, Pat, you next.
Ah, man, this is a tough one. I ain't gonna cap.
Hey, how you feel?
They going leg for leg, bro. They going leg for leg. You know, Giannis averaged more points. Jokic averaged more rebounds and more assists. Giannis averaged more blocks. I can't say Giannis is the MVP, but he could win it. He could win it. We gotta see at the end of the season, because Jokic is right there with him, and we cannot look at Jokic's stats.
Is Jokic blocking that Capella lob though?
Bro, he's right behind him, bro.
You never know. Jokic got some stops before. He might block it. He might block it and fling that shit down for a lob for Aaron Gordon. Boom. Straight. You never know. But, you know what I'm saying? Me being serious here, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Jokic, he wouldn't get the block, but he would create another monster play in some other way. So,
yeah,
I would give him that. You know what I'm saying? John, I'll let you go next. I'll go last.
I'm gonna sell it for right now.
Sell? Okay.
For right now.
All right, John, I'm gonna let you go.
I'm buying every day of the week, like fucking Dom said, bro. Listen.
Okay.
I just want to know one quick question. What's Denver's record?
I think they're 7th in the West. Let me look it up.
Okay, let's see. Hold on,
and the only reason why I asked, because Jokic is
they're
been
5th.
killing. They 5th. They tied. What's their record though?
14-10.
All right. They're doing good because of him. When he's not there, the team is trash. The numbers show when Jokic is not on the court, the team is trash. But my thing is, to be the best, you have to be the best all around. And Giannis is playing great defense, winning defense, blocking shots at the right time, right plays to win the game, and finishing on the other end. The only reason why his assist is 6.9, is because Dame is averaging almost 9 assists also, right? And he don't have the shooters like Jokic does. He plays the same game, but better to me. You understand? Giannis is dominant all around. He don't need to shoot the ball. Bro, you didn't even put up that he's averaging around 60 or 70% from the field. The nigga has not went low below 50%.
And now you can't even say that's because he's taking it to the rack, because he's shooting it.
Yo, bro, he had a perfect game. He played a game when he did not miss a shot. With mid-range in there. Bro, there's no way that I hate that, like you said, Dom, I hate that they keep on trying to make it look like Jokic is way far from everybody in the league, bro. And Giannis is nowhere to be found. Like, I don't like that shit, bro. They've been doing that for a minute. For the past 5 years, it's been the both of them battling. And they keep on making it look like he's not in the same league as Jokic, which is bullshit. This is my MVP right now. I did say earlier this year that it was Jokic, because Jokic was wilding. His numbers look pretty though. That's the only difference. But the eye test, bro, when you watch the two of them in their games, Giannis is giving you way more, bro. He's giving you way more, bro.
See,
he's giving you way. What? Jokic is passing the ball to
the way more part is what I would take away
because of the defense.
I would take away the way and just say he's giving more. I'll take away the way and say he's giving more. That's what I would say. I
I
would say
say
it's
way more because of the
only because
defensive end.
Giannis has Damian Lillard. Jokic has fucking Jamal Murray. They're not the same fucking player.
Yes, but look.
They're
This
not
is
the
the
same
difference.
player.
Look at the difference. They started off 2-8.
One is a Hall of Famer and one is just there.
All right, but look, they started off 2-8 with the 2 Hall of Famers, right?
Yeah.
You cannot wait. You cannot tell me that Dame was the one that was injured and pushing that team to get where they at right now. That was Giannis.
See.
That was Giannis.
You see how we sleeping on Dame? This is where it comes into play now. It was not all Giannis. It was not all Giannis.
I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying.
You just said it was Giannis pushing the team.
Listen what I'm saying, bro. Listen.
That's what you just said. I heard you. You just said for them to come back, you said it was not Dame, it was Giannis. That's what you just said.
And let me finish my statement. The reason why I say it's Giannis is because Giannis is playing games and he's refusing to lose, bro. That's the difference.
So hold on. Let me ask you.
He's refusing to lose.
Hold on. That Orlando Magic game in the in-season tournament, who won them that game? That was Giannis?
I don't really remember the game, but
now you don't remember the game. Now you don't remember the game.
No, I did not remember the game.
You see, that's when Dame scored 10 straight and won them the fucking game. He hit all the clutch shots by himself.
Okay, but how much
this is what I'm talking about.
And where was Giannis?
I don't give a damn what he did. You can't say Giannis. It's Giannis winning them all these games.
You can't. That's your point.
The words you're using.
Wait.
No.
You're using that point.
You're using certain
to justify
words.
the Jamal. The what's that nigga name?
I'm using the point to take away the way more. He's doing way more. That's what I'm saying. I said I would take away the way and just say he's doing more. That's what I said. Because I don't think it's way more in certain circumstances.
Defensive end. All right. So yes, Dame did those shots, right? Boom. Dame did those 10 points straight, right? But Giannis is killing on the defensive end. So if Giannis want to take a backseat on the offense, he's going to go crazy on the defense. You cannot tell me Jokic is going to say, let me take a backseat on the offense and let Jamal Murray go crazy on offense. Bro, they're still going to lose because they're not doing that on defense.
He can't take a backseat.
Exactly.
And let Jamal
he can't.
So
all he got to do.
That's why I'm saying you're proving my point by saying he can't. He can't let Jamal run the offense because they would lose even worse than what they're doing now with him taking more shots. This is the most we've ever seen Jokic score. He doesn't do that.
The only I agree with you. Jamal is not helping him on the offensive end. Giannis has Dame to help him on the offensive end. Yes. But on the defensive end, Dame is doing the same thing Jamal is doing on the offensive end. He's not helping him on the defensive end. Damian is not a great defender. Who's the great defender there? Who is finishing games defensively? Who is saving them defensively? That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making, bro.
They're 5th in the West with below average defense. So when you say way more,
they got Jokic's offense. I'm not taking that away.
The Bucks are a team with better defense than offense because there's plenty of games. Okay, they have games where they are barely scraping by. Those games are where you see the Bucks' flaws as an offense.
Yeah, their offense is not as good as Denver's offense.
Yeah. So when I say this is why I say I do believe Giannis is doing more because of the defense, but I wouldn't say it's way more because Jokic also has to pass more than offense. He has to pass more than Giannis does. He has to rebound more, and he has to technically score just the same amount, just to barely get by. The defense, obviously, he can't do the same because obviously his body type. We ain't gonna sit here and say, what I'm saying. Obviously, he's out of fucking shape by the looks of it. But what I'm saying, he has to do a lot in a harder conference, not taking away from Giannis in the East, but he's in the West having to battle these teams through and through by himself with technically Westbrook, who's on the decline as the second best player. So it's just like I can't say he's doing way more when he has a more competent team. I would take Dame right now over Westbrook and Jamal Murray combined.
Facts. Like, all right, so basically what me and you are saying is Jokic is doing way better, has to do way more for the offense, and I'm saying Giannis has to do way more for the defense. That's where the lopsidedness is.
I don't even think I don't think it's way more because Giannis got Andre Jackson Jr., who was clamping the perimeter, and Giannis was being able to be an elite help side defender at the rim with Brook Lopez next to him. So it's like one of those where he still got defense next to him as opposed to Jokic. He technically got to be the best defender in the paint, and he still got to come down and bring the ball up and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. It's like Giannis. Go ahead, Dom, because you watched
I think
a lot.
I think as far as this argument goes, I agree with Jonathan, because in the sense that Giannis is like literally possession by possession by possession, refusing to like let the Bucks just like he is refusing to give up, and in turn that puts the battery in the back of the rest of the team. Exactly. And when they get too afraid, I legitimately think the turning point, if I'm not mistaken, was that borderline 60 piece against Detroit.
Yep.
When that happened, there was an energy shift within that whole team. They say, "Oh, Giannis is dead ass. Now we dead ass," and they haven't looked back after that. They really haven't. And it's not this. And Jokic has had like a 50 piece this season or something pretty close to it. But when your team is 2-8 and it's easy for most people. I mean, you saw the headlines. It's easy for most stars to just be like, you know what, this shit ain't working. Or this ain't working. I'm up out of here. Nope. Yep. I'm a bear down. I'm gonna show y'all I ain't losing. So y'all need to come. Y'all need to help me, or y'all can get gone.
Facts.
He got that. He got him back up and running again. That's why I feel like he is the MVP this season, because I feel like he has been a better leader for the Bucks than other players have been for their teams.
Right.
Personally.
But also to piggyback on what you're saying, like for me this season, mentally, not how he's playing, not by the numbers, none of that. Mentally, he's reminding me of 2006 Kobe. Like, I refuse to fuck around with these niggas. They not ready for me. They're scrubs. I'm gonna be the one doing all the work then. I'm going to score all the points. I'm going to do all that. And he's been doing that, putting up these numbers, but he's still also passing balls. Right? That's why he's not taking – he only took about 8 threes this season. He's not shooting. I'm not shooting no more, bro. I know I can kill by dunking the ball every time and making y'all foul me. That's what I'm going to do. Look at last night. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. You the best defensive team in the league? Guard me, bro. Show me. Exactly. That's the type of shit I'm seeing. That's the type of shit. That's why it is for me. Jokic does have the numbers, and his numbers is cartoon numbers. It's not even real. But I don't know. It's just Giannis, the way how he's playing the game with the mentality. Like, look how happy he was yesterday, and he told everybody, like, we're not done yet. It's not over. Like I don't know.
He was happy with that win. For sure, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say about that before we go is there was a possession where he caught the ball on the elbow up. He had faced up against Jalen Williams. This is one of the pet peeves of mine. I don't know why he did this shit, but when he faced up, he kept the ball low. Jalen Williams stripped it and got to talking his stuff. Next possession, Giannis came back. They posted him up against Jalen Williams again. He did I think he did a drop step right into Jalen Williams' chest and then just laid the ball up. Then I think right after that they called a timeout. Camera pans in to Giannis. It's the most pissed expression I have seen, and that's what I'm talking about mentality wise. Jalen Williams had that little moment. He was feeling good. Giannis was like, "Oh hell no, I'm getting my get back immediately." Against Orlando, same thing. Goga Bitadze had that poster dunk on him. Literally coming out the commercial, they cut to him with the mic. Give me Bitadze. I want him on the switch every time. He's going forward to this season.
That's what I'm talking about. But I'm not taking nothing away from Jokic. Jokic is they both 1As. Like, I'm not even gonna put one of them at a B. They both 1As. They keep going neck and neck. Like, you know, when you racing and you passing somebody and then they come right back, like they keep y'all next to each other, y'all looking at each other's faces, bro. That's what they doing, bro.
So for me, I would say I'm buying it, but I do, like I said the last time when I asked, is Jokic the MVP? I think this is probably the one time I see a co-MVP situation happening.
Max.
Because they both killing in their respective ways. But I think the reason why people say this offensive gap thing is because since Giannis won the chip, he has ended up hurt. So like people just technically forgot about how good he was due to him being hurt. It's like now technically Embiid, who was in top 3 conversations, is now out of the conversation because he's hurt so much. So it just takes that one few time for people to remember what you got going on. So this Giannis is just the same Giannis. I remember him winning the chip. So I'm not even surprised about what he's doing. I'm not shocked. I knew Giannis was this. So I'm gonna buy this.
I could say though, off the meaning of the word or the acronym, most valuable player, I can say Jokic is the most valuable player for his team. Like you see that, because if he's not there, the whole team, the averages drop. They're like the last in the league of everything.
Yep.
Once he's on the court, he's the best. They're like top whatever.
Another thing I just feel like that don't really get taken.
Final point.
Okay. Final point. Yeah, you right. Another thing I feel like that don't really get like brought into context is that the rotations between Giannis and Jokic's teams are different. Jokic primarily only plays with starters. Giannis will get like time with bench units, a lot more so than Jokic. So the on-off numbers can kind of like look skewed in Jokic's favor because you don't really see him in with the bench lineup like that.
Okay.
Whereas Giannis has to play with some people that ain't as good. But go ahead.
The final one of the episode is a funny one. I pretty much know the answer, but we're just going to see how y'all feel about it. Remember, keep it honest. Don't be afraid. Steve Nash did not deserve back-to-back MVPs. 2004 to 2006. His first MVP, 15.5 points per game. 11.5 assists per game. 3.3 rebounds, 1 steal a game. First place in the Western Conference, 62 wins and 20 losses. 2005 to 2006, 18.8 points per game. 10.5 assists, 4.2 rebounds, almost a steal. 50-40-90 club, and first place in the West with 54 wins and 28 losses. Being that his name was brought up by somebody, John, we'll start with you because you already started talking about it. But go ahead.
All right. I'll say 2006. His numbers is crazy. Either way, his numbers is nice, not crazy. His numbers is nice. He averaged a double-double for both times. His team won 60 games. I think that's why they gave it to him the first time, because his team won 60 games, right? I think that was his first season with the Suns.
It was
after he left
straight out of Dallas. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's why they gave it to him, because they became elite with him there. He had everybody running, gunning. It was a 20-second, not even 20. It was like a 3-second offense.
7 seconds. Yeah, 7 seconds or less.
Bro, yeah, y'all never got to watch it. I seen that shit. Or maybe I did. But I remember watching it, like literally watching that shit. They was nice, bro. Sean Marion, fucking Amari Stoudemire, fucking Barbosa, Bell. Like their team was stacked. They just wasn't defensively good. That's why they lost. But they was very fucking good. You feel me? 15 and 11 though. I don't like those numbers. I like the 18 and the 10 better. But who won it that year? That was the
05 was the Spurs. 06
Spurs, yeah.
was the Heat.
They lost to the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, right?
But they lost to the Spurs every single time.
Yeah. And
that was the kryptonite.
Yeah. And 2006, they lost to the Spurs again. No, they lost to Dallas that year, actually.
Yeah.
They lost to Dallas that year. That year though, 2006, that was Kobe's year. I don't really know everybody else's numbers. I remember everybody else's numbers from 05, but 06, that was Kobe.
So before you continue and give your choice, remember, you are gonna buy that he did not deserve it, but you're gonna sell in the way that he did deserve it.
Yeah, so I'm buying that he got it in 05. The reason why they did give it to him is because of that 62 win. That was like the best for both conference. Best in the NBA. And that was the first time fucking what's his nigga name? The coach again.
D'Antoni.
That was the reason, the first time anybody seen that. They played small, because they had Stoudemire at the 5. That was the first time they seen the fast offense and that it was working. They almost changed the league. Well, they basically did change the league. You feel me? That people started playing small. Like not every team, but some teams. But 06, nah, that was Kobe's year, bro. I'm selling that shit. Kobe averaged 30 something that year. He willed his team to the playoffs, and they played that team, had them 3-1, and the only reason why they fucking lost is because that team is actually better than the Lakers. So, Kobe was the MVP for that year and for that team.
Okay. So before anybody else goes, I'm gonna just give my point. Okay. The reason why, hear me before anybody says anything, jumps off a cliff with what I'm saying. This right here is just epitome of MVP, most valuable player, right here, right? In the sense of you're winning, and without you, your team isn't good. Number 1 in the West, all these numbers. This is true MVP numbers, right? Do I like them? Hell no. 15 points per game as an MVP, let that happen today. The NBA is in an uproar. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like,
right? I am buying that he did not deserve back-to-back. Not saying he should have won at least one, but not back-to-back. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think if you swap them, if he would have had the 06 year in 2004, then I would have been like, all right, you know what I'm saying? That was a good year to give it to him. But the fact you gave it to him with this dumbass 15-point nonsense and then the 18 when Kobe averaging like 35, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn. But what I do give credit to the NBA, they wasn't giving it to bottom tier teams. You couldn't be the 8 seed to win MVP. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, you had to be at the top and be winning. But I am going to buy that he did not deserve back-to-back MVPs. Pat, you could go next.
Yeah, I bought. That's what right. I bought that, right? I said that same thing.
You
right?
bought. Yeah, you bought.
What was the year Kobe was supposed to win it?
06.
06.
By the way, Kobe only has one, which is 08. But go ahead.
2004.
Shaq only got one too. Crazy.
2004 to 2005 stats. I feel like this is the weakest MVP winner ever because 15.5 with 11.5 assists. I'm not going for that. That he should have never won back to back.
And he was a liability on defense.
What? And I could go with the second year. You know, 18.8, 10.5 rebounds, 50, 40, 90 club, first place in the Western Conference Final. You know, all right, you could get one. But two back to back? No. And I still feel like Kobe should have won it that year. Because his team needed him. Without Kobe in the Lakers was shit. He was the most valuable player. That's how I feel about this.
So you're gonna buy. I can just tell you're buying it. Dom, your last but not least.
You know what? I wanted to so badly find a reason to say I'm selling. I can't. I can't. I mean, yeah. I respect to Steve Nash, respect to what the Suns did. It's just hard for me to respect him.
I'm taking it down real quick. Hold on. Go ahead.
It's hard for me to respect him winning MVP numbers when he averaging like the same amount as like prime Ricky Rubio or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that he really wasn't valuable to his
prime
team.
Ricky Rubio. That's funny.
You got to be doing something right to get 60
Rubio.
wins. But I don't care if you got 60 wins or 70 averaging 15 and 10. Come on, man. It's some other people who are really putting real pain and sweat behind their franchises to get them where they had to be. I can't find a reason to justify selling that, so I'm buying the fact that he did not deserve his back-to-back MVPs.
Okay, this is a hot take. Well, it's not even a take. It's a question just for y'all to ask, just to keep the conversation going. Is Steve Nash better than Tony Parker?
I won't say that. I mean, I don't know. Steve Nash is my nigga. I don't know. I don't know. Even though I was saying because Tony Parker played defense, bro. Defense means a lot to me, bro. You got to be able to do both sides. So, and Steven,
they
Tony
both
Parker
technically got MVP. One is in the finals and one is a regular.
That's what I'm about to say. Tony Parker won a chip, and he won it. He did so well that he won freaking MVP in the finals. So, I don't know. That's a toss up for me though. But I'll say offensively, I say Steve Nash is better because he passes the ball better. You know, he was an engine for his team. So, you know, I'm not giving him the MVP part about it. I'm not putting that up there, but I don't know. Steve Nash is my nigga though. Like I don't know. Like he's like a official point guard for me, just missing the defense.
Yeah.
I got something to say. Hold on. Before I talk about this topic.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the 2004 and 2005 MVP voting ladder. Who was in that list?
Had to be. I know Tim was in it. I know.
Yeah. I think me and Zuri had off camera. We looked this up before.
Yeah, we did. I know Tim was in it. I think AI was in it somewhere. It was weird. The names was mad weird.
Kobe was at the bottom, bro. In 06
what?
too. Kobe was at the bottom. Wade was up there in it. I think LeBron was in it too in 05, 04, 05. LeBron was in it.
Wait, what year are you asking about? 04, 05 or 05, 06? What year are you asking about?
04, 05. Okay, I see Shaq, Dirk, Tim Duncan, and AI and Steve Nash. That's the top five. And Steve Nash won over Shaq, Dirk, and Tim and AI.
This is another tough question, but I want y'all to be completely honest. And I need y'all to be completely honest here.
Wait, they didn't even answer the first question.
I know. We all did. We all pretty much bought it. Nobody.
No, the Tony Parker or Steve Nash.
No, we're gonna reel that back in. We're gonna reel it back in. But just answer quick. And this question I want to hear y'all opinions. But go ahead.
I would say Tony Parker because he did both ends and he got a better career. He got more rings. He's more successful.
Okay.
I'm going with Tony Parker.
Yeah, give me the French man. Give me Mr. French.
So my question is right, based off the years we talking, and matter of fact, just peak for peak, was Steve Nash better than Allen Iverson?
Yes. No. Hell no. Hell no. I was waiting for you to say AI better than Steve.
But I mean, to me, they don't play the same position, bro. Allen Iverson is a two guard, bro. He's just small.
But shit, we compare players all the time. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Who you think is better?
That year, 04-05, AI averaged 30.7 points, 4.0 rebounds, 7.9 assists, and 2.4 steals.
His numbers is better. He just got less assists. 3.
AI is put those ass.
And that's the thing about the fucking NBA, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, no. On some G shit, bro, they be wilding when it comes to the white people, bro. I'm not joking, bro.
Hey, NBA, I don't condone this.
They be wilding.
You know, you could sponsor
they
me.
Be wilding, bro. We know this.
Hold on. Leave him out of it. Sponsor me. Leave him out of it. I don't want nothing to do with what he's talking about. I love the whites. You know what I'm saying? I love the whites. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying, though.
I don't discriminate. I
don't discriminate. You can find me with the whites. You got plenty of pictures. I work with them. I don't do color here. I'm gonna let him talk, but don't whine me and white. I don't believe the same thing. You know, there's Christians, there's Muslims, there's Jews. That's how this is right now. But go ahead. Continue.
Bro, I like that you put me backstage for me to hear that bullshit. But I'm not being racist or none of that.
Matter of fact, hold on. Matter of fact, we're gonna give him the big screen because I don't.
This nigga is stupid. Yo, come back, bro.
I don't want my face next to what you're talking about.
Bro,
they gonna talk about.
This is not racist or nothing.
They gonna say we Black Panthers and shit.
When it comes to a white basketball player, they dick ride.
I don't believe in that. You know?
I'm just keeping it 100. They dick ride. Feel me?
Forgive him for what he's talking about.
And he ain't lying. That boy Alex Caruso was out the league.
The only difference between Allen Iverson and Steve Nash that year is they team success.
Mm-hmm.
Allen Iverson made the finals.
No, in 03 and 04. I mean 04 and 05.
Okay.
He averaged 37. What else he had?
4 rebounds
something
and 2.4
something steals. That all right there combined is more numbers than what Steve Nash was doing.
And you had LeBron.
And he was doing it with a lesser team.
Who do you think is more impactful though?
Allen Iverson. I feel like because of the two-way and how much he was giving you in scoring. It's not
hold on. We take that two-way title off Al. He was not no two-way, bro. I'm not. That's one thing I ain't gonna give you, bro.
You can say that, but he was
a better defender than Nash.
He wasn't a two-way. He's a better defender than Nash, but I don't consider him a two-way. I'll put it like that. When you look at two-way point guards, you got like Jason Kidd and Chris Paul and them. Yeah. That's two-way point guard. I don't look at Steve Nash.
They locking shit up.
Allen Iverson on that level. He was just like a right place, right time steal type of person. He wasn't like ripping people and locking people down.
Yeah, he wasn't locking shit up.
You got to be in the right place a lot of times to be averaging some 2.4 steals. But
he was playing the passing lanes and he was help defending. He was.
But if you look at people, because Steve Nash averaged a steal, but we saying he wasn't good on defense. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't just look at the steal numbers and say good defense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
It's like
it's more
in front of you and locking them up.
It's more to defense than just looking at the steal numbers. You feel me?
Nah, he wasn't really doing that. But my thing is that his numbers combined already he averaging 15 more points than you, and he's only averaging 3 less assists, bro. There's no way you can tell me that Iverson shouldn't have got the MVP that year.
Yeah, he's still facilitating the ball.
Based off the numbers, that's who should have got it.
Facts.
You know, but they gave it to Nash because the team success.
Yeah.
It was 62 wins. They haven't seen a 60-win team in mad long or whatever it was. They was happy. He was white. They said, let's give it to him.
Yo, I don't agree with that.
I'm telling you.
That ain't me. That ain't me, dog.
That's the same reason why there haven't been a 3 consecutive MVP, because they do not want nobody to pass Larry Bird. To them, that guy is the greatest white player ever. And Larry Bird would tell you, get this white man off of me. Where's the black people? I don't want no white man guarding me. He would tell you that. He was cooking all the white chocolates, bro.
NBA, y'all casseroles and shit, all the white people stuff. I love all of that. I don't know what he talking about.
I don't got no problem with white people. I'm just speaking facts.
Okay.
I love the whites.
You know.
I love everybody.
Yes.
I'm just speaking facts.
Feel me? If it was up to me, I'll be Uncle Ruckus. No, I'm playing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a tough conversation because a lot of people, I guess when you watch Steve Nash, it's better than what the numbers perceive. Because like we said, you know, we don't care about the numbers. It's all about what you see. So in certain people's eyes, Steve Nash could be a better or more impactful player to winning than Allen Iverson, because if you think about it, he was first in the Western Conference, which is deemed the hardest conference in basketball.
Yeah.
And, you know, Allen Iverson was scraping by in the East. You know what I'm saying? So
Steve Nash wasn't even his leading scorer for his team.
Exactly. So it's to be not even a leading scorer and you still like winning MVPs that's I want to say it's unheard of, but you know what I'm saying? It's pretty.
But when you say impactful though, I would give it to Nash. And the only reason I give it to Nash is because once he got to Phoenix, they went up. His play style, based on how D'Antoni wanted to play, it matched. So that's what made his team better. Because I think they was like literally the way how they play basketball is how these niggas is playing right now, bro. They play small, they play fast, and they shoot threes. They were shooting the most threes at that time too. They just couldn't win a championship. So that's why it took longer for the league to transition into that way. But Steph Curry came and they started playing that way with Steve Kerr, and that's what made the league change. Because, like, basically it was the two teams that was battling in the Western Conference Finals was the Rockets that was playing that way with D'Antoni and Steve Kerr and the Warriors.
True.
That's factual.
I actually have one more buy or sell. And hold on, let me just figure this out. Okay. And it's based off of what we were talking about today in our beloved and wonderful Instagram group chat. The last one of the night, finally the last one. SGA is better than Jason Tatum. As you can see currently, the stats. SGA is averaging 30.3 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 6.3 assists, and first in the Western Conference with 20 wins and 6 losses. Jason Tatum has 28.2 points per game, 9 rebounds, 5.6 assists, 21 and 5 second in the Eastern Conference. Right? And also to add, Jason Tatum is leading his team in all major categories. I believe. I don't think blocks, but I think steals. But how do you guys feel about this? Pat, I'll let you go first. Being that you ain't go first this whole time, I'm gonna let you go first.
All right. Jason Tatum, he's not too far. You know, he's not too far because look at the position Jason Tatum playing. And he's right there with Shea, and Shea's playing point guard. So I will give it to Shea now because, man, I'll give it to Shea. Average more points, more assists. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing as a point guard. But this is Jason Tatum's best season. And he's leading in every category for his team beside blocks, right? So I don't know. If I want to be biased, I will go with Jason Tatum. But
okay.
For the media, the stats, I'll go with Shea.
Okay. So he's buying it.
Buying
John, I'm gonna let you go next.
I don't know. Like we were saying in the chat, I was agreeing with you with the Jason Tatum part because he is leading his team in everything, and that's a big nod. Like just like the conversation we was having the other day about the GOAT debate. Like you got to put a lot of things in perspective when it comes to certain conversations. So for him to be better, we got to look at everything, and he is leading. Like I said, he's leading his team in everything. So that's a big nod, but I feel like, well, at the same time, he's doing all that and he got more help too. So I don't know, but he is shooting a lot of damn threes, so that's probably why his points is up there like that. But I don't know. Based on the eye test, I would say skillful wise, like who I will pick to be on my team, I'll probably pick Shea because I like the way he plays. I don't like Jason Tatum boring ass game with just the step back threes and dribble, dribble, dribble. He don't go to the basket as much as he should, like when he was a rookie and sophomore. He's shooting too much damn threes now. Shea is in a harder conference. They got the best defense. He plays more defense than Tatum, but they do play two different positions. This one is a hard one for me. I would just say just because he's leading his team and everything, I will go with Jason Tatum, but it's not far.
So he's selling. Dom, I'm gonna let you go next.
I will go ahead and sell for now. I really don't think there's much of a gap at all, to be honest with you. But as far as I'm concerned, I believe Tatum has not to kind of piggyback off of what we did discuss earlier, but I do fully believe in Tatum being a better player when you put him in the isolation. But like Jonathan says, his tendencies can kind of overrule that. He can absolutely like put an incredible amount of rim pressure on defenses, but sometimes he just bails teams out by just staying outside the perimeter, chucking up side step threes and mid ranges against defenders that are smaller.
I believe he can post up. I believe he can defend 1 through 4. And Shea, he can also do the same, but some of the bigger, stronger. I wouldn't say Shea could do the same. I would say Shea could do 1 through 3 because I just don't feel like Shea Gilgeous is strong enough for the 4s just yet. But like I said, he's really not too far behind. I mean, Shea is methodical from mid range. He could pick you apart there. He's a good finisher. He's got a floater package. Dots his teammates. It's close, but like I said, I'll go ahead and sell that for now until we see what the run looks like. But go ahead.
Quick question. Shea has to be leading his team and everything too, besides rebounds, right?
Nah.
I don't know. Hold on, let me check.
He's leading them in points. He's probably leading them in assists. He's definitely leading them in maybe not definitely. Probably leading them in steals too, and maybe blocks.
Probably field goal too.
Field goal percentage too. I think the only thing he might not be leading is probably rebounding.
Yeah.
Points and assists. Yeah, I can't see everything else though. It's not showing me everything else. Hold on.
Because if he's doing the same exact thing, then I don't know. I might have to buy.
I don't think he's leading in steals though.
The team leads the league in steals, so he might be.
I think you got like Caruso there with more steals than Dort, but I'm trying to see if it's gonna show me. It's not showing me. Let me see. Okay, see.
Stat leaders.
Thunder steals leader.
But I do like Shea's game better though.
It's Jalen Williams with 2.
Okay. So what he just leading in assists and points?
Yes. Jalen, I think Jalen leads in rebound.
Okay.
Understandable. Big wing.
I mean, their team they got good players on their team. I just feel like Boston probably got more scoring players.
They do.
He got an official 2. Shea don't got no official.
I'll tell you what. My point of view on this is Shea Gilgeous is overrated. No, I'm playing. But if I had to really think, I don't know, because both of them. Some people had Shea winning the MVP last year, which was me. He's pretty much doing a similar job this year. Tatum is one of those where I feel like he's a victim of being successful early in his career. Like he's so successful where people are nitpicking what he's doing. When you really look at what he's doing, he's actually I wouldn't even say average. And I wouldn't say above average. I think he's an elite player. Like, yeah, his tendencies get the best of him, but for some reason, anytime I think of Jason Tatum this year, I think of Tatum from the first game of the season this year when he was wilding. That Tatum, I don't know if SGA is better than that. Like the best version of Tatum, I don't know if SGA's best version is better than him yet. It's close. It's right there, but I don't know. Being that, you know what I'm saying, Tatum was leading his team in points, rebounds, assists, steals. I don't know about blocks, but he was leading them in the finals and everything. And they just snubbed him of the finals MVP mainly because Jaylen Brown was closing the games. That just goes to show that, like, I feel like Tatum is going to be one of those players that's going to fall in the underrated category just by how successful he was early on.
Mm-hmm.
If he was to win, let me put it like this. If he was to win another chip, a finals MVP, and an MVP, I feel like they're going to have to start having uncomfortable conversation about Jason Tatum and certain players, if I'm being completely honest. So I think right now, at this current juxtaposition of time in the NBA, I think Jason Tatum is better than him. In my humble opinion, I think they're like top 5 borderline, both of them. Like if there's a 5, they're 6A and 6B right there. Like they both, any one of them on any given night could take that number 6 spot or number 5 spot even. So I don't know. Yeah, that's my take on that question.
Hold on, I want to say something. But hold on.
selling. I'm selling.
I feel like Jason Tatum is on a mission this year. You know, being benched from the USA team. You know, Steve Kerr not believing in him. He trying to prove a point that y'all try to play with me. I'm gonna show ya I'm that top player in the league.
Yeah.
And he's showing that. He's taking the ball. He's taking the ball. He's doing what he had to do. If they need a buzzer beater at the end of the game, they're giving it to Jason Tatum, not Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown went down. I don't know what happened to Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
But everybody was claiming that Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum.
Yeah. I would say to be honest, Jaylen Brown to me was better at a certain point, but Tatum took a leap. I can't remember exactly what year, but he took a leap that made me say, okay, yeah, no, he's definitely better than Brown. But I would say that like before, Jason Tatum, it's like Anthony Edwards. I feel like Anthony Edwards is going to fall into this. I think Luka kind of falls into this. They fall into that mode of being very good very early to where that you forget how not young they are, but how much more they can do. Like, this ain't the best Jason Tatum. And I want to say this too. I think a lot of people, not saying y'all, I'm just talking about the media in general. I think a lot of people put seeing 30 points per game higher value than somebody who's averaging just as much, like 28. And they try to like grade that 28 just because somebody's averaging over 30. Sometimes, not all the time. But that's my current. I think Tatum, honestly, at his best is a top 5 player. Top 3 is a stretch, but top 5 at his very best. But that's my take on Jason Tatum. I think people just gotta respect him more.
I think what's hindering him is, like you're saying, this is the reason why they say that Jaylen Brown is better than him is because Tatum is not aggressive enough. If Tatum was supposed to be going to the basket more, getting fouls more, using his body, being more dominant instead of just pulling back, shooting all the time, and playing that little soft game, then they would say he's better. I feel like me and Zuri had said before, if he was supposed to add this to his game, he would be looked at as a better player. Because when you guard Jason Tatum, you know he's going to shoot.
Yeah.
That's what you know. You're going to guard him and try to make him shoot because you know he's going to shoot. So it's easy to guard somebody that every time they have the ball, you know they're going to do a step back and you're going to put your hand up. You know? And he's not as efficient as, let's say, James Harden that used to do that. But James Harden used to get to the rack and trick you and get to the foul line. Feel me? Jason Tatum is giving you turnovers by taking all these dumb shots. Jaylen Brown in the second round, I mean not in the second round, in the Eastern Conference Finals and in the NBA Finals, he was being the aggressor. He was going to the basket a lot. He was forcing you he was collapsing the defense and forcing you to make decisions. Jason Tatum is not doing that. That's why people say that Jaylen is better, and that's why they say he's probably not a top whatever, but his numbers show that he's doing all these things. So for him to go up in the ladder, he got to be aggressive, bro. He got to add aggression to his game and start dunking. Like for example, remember when he dunked? Huh?
Go ahead. Finish.
Remember how they was going crazy for him when he dunked on LeBron in the series? Like, that was the aggression. He took it away. It's not there anymore. So that's the only thing that I feel that's hindering him. He got to be aggressive.
So looking at the amount of threes they take, Brown takes 7.2, Tatum takes 10. If Tatum just takes away 2 of those 3, like he shoots about 7, 8, and takes more inside shots, I think he could average more. Because I will say, in my personal humble opinion, I think Jason Tatum is a slept-on post player. When I see him in the post, he's actually very good from the post. Like, if you give it to him, he's one of those that you could tell he was in that Kobe workout before Kobe passed away. You could tell he was in there with Devin Booker and them. Yep. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I would say if he was to take away about instead of shooting 10 because he's 3 for 10, 35.9%. If you give him about 8 threes a game, 7 threes a game, and just put 2 to 3 more shots in the post, I think people would like that aggressiveness will show more. You know what I'm saying?
That's
but
where it's at.
This might be a hot take. It's weird, but I think Tatum is more aggressive than Embiid is, and Embiid averages more, right? But hear me. A lot of people won't agree with me, but I think Tatum is better than Embiid in the sense of like Embiid, his game looks better. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to impact, I don't know. Like Embiid, I don't know. It's something about him. Like when I'm looking at like I guess hindsight wise, like Embiid it wasn't empty stats, but it was just stats that was like you could be putting it to other things. You know what I'm saying? Because Embiid was just a bigger James Harden, flopping, getting to the free throw line, doing a lot of free throw. So I look at free throws as inflation. Like obviously, if you take 10 free throws, you make about 8 of them holes. That's 8 points, as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, somebody who take 4 and they get 27 with only 4 free throws. Feel me? So that's my point. So like I think Tatum, his aggressiveness has to come from the post. Go down low, like how we were talking about Devin Booker. He plays from the post. He could play from the 3. He do it all.
I'll say I disagree with your Embiid point because the reason why Embiid is getting these free throws is because he's being aggressive.
I don't know. That's the thing. I disagree with that because I've seen Embiid have Marcus Smart on him and try to draw a foul, like get a flop.
Yes,
he
does make stupid
shit like that. Shit like that. Tatum would have a smaller guard on him and he will over dribble to shoot a 3. But then again, there's times where Tatum will literally like post you up, like when they kept calling for Darius Garland on him in the playoffs. He was murdering him.
I was about to bring that up. Recently, when they lost to them, he wanted to switch on Darren like 3 straight times.
The threes. And he
didn't shoot threes. He went to the basket and Darren Garland was locking him up. He did not score.
So I haven't watched. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say I've watched this year, but I'm talking me from what I've last seen Tatum against Darius, like smaller guards on him. He was attacking them more. I didn't see like that matchup this year, which I'm not gonna sit there and act like I did. But I'm gonna take your word for it because you've been saying that he was missing layups and shit. So.
But the only reason the reason why I was making my point was because of this year, and that's why they saying that. Because I mean, they did say freaking Jalen was better than him. That's why he got those awards last year. But it was more because he was being more aggressive than him. But this year he's being less aggressive. He's not doing what you just said. He's not going to the post as much. He's not going to the rack as much. And when I did see him go to the rack against Garland, Garland was locking him up. He couldn't even get by him. Like it's hard. Yeah. Like I don't know. It's hard. Jason Tatum. He got moves. We know he got moves, but it feels like it's harder for him to get by people sometimes. And
like his moves compared to I feel like his moves compared to that video, like when we seen him cook KD that one play, like I don't know what the hell happened to him.
Yeah, like his moves is not there no more. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like it's harder for him to pass somebody. And when I was watching that Garland shit, I was seeing like, you really gonna settle for that layup? Like, because he took if we could show the clip, he dead ass switched off and had him at the top of the key, and then did his moves. Couldn't get by Garland, so he forced his way by him. Went to the basket and missed both layups. He couldn't score, and that's how they lost that game.
NBA just sponsor us so we can show clips. We ain't gonna steal your product. You know what I'm saying? We here to promote your product. Just let us show little 1-2 clips. You feel me?
Yeah, that game is the game when they lost to Cleveland by like when they was in Cleveland and they lost by like a couple of points, like 5 points or something like that. But they was doing their thing. It was just when they was doing that ISO shit, bro. I don't know. His aggression shit is not there. That's why I see he don't got that aggression. He need to go back to in the lab and get that. Like you said, he don't need to literally blow by nobody. He could post these niggas up, post the small guys up. Go back to that move what he did to KD and all this other stuff. Like you see KD neck.
Like, that should have me, bro. Every time I see that play, I'm dying laughing. But I do want to say one thing before we get out of here. I commend the NBA for this in-season thing, only because it makes people play hard. And when I watched that Bucks and Hawks game, I've never seen Trae Young play harder defense than that in his whole 6 years in the NBA.
He was playing hard defense in the playoffs. He just was getting
tries. He tries, but I feel like he was more okay with whatever happened on the defensive end. In that in-season game, he ran from the left side of the court, full on sprinted to contest the shot on the right side.
And then he got the little block.
Yep, the effort that their players are showing this early on in the season, and the camaraderie. Yeah, I want to win for my teammates, the younger guys that, you know what I'm saying, like the money buying, like showing real camaraderie within the league. I commend the NBA for that. I just wish, and maybe we'll talk about it next episode, but the early stand on point for the next episode. The All-Star game, I think they need to just shut down All-Star weekend until something changes, bro. Because the players, even with this 14 format, they're not going to play serious, bro. They're just going to play. They're just going to go there, woohoo, hoorah, shoot your three, shoot your dunk, whatever. I don't know. That's how I don't know. NBA weekend, like Stephen A said, they have shamed the game of basketball, bro. This
I've been telling people how to fix it for the longest. You just stop giving spots to the people that don't care about it. Why is Jokic making it every single season when all he does is shoot a layup or two and then just throw a bunch of
You could be on the bench more times than not. He don't even be in the game.
I'm saying, like, he doesn't really like care for it that much. I don't really see Luka doing much.
I agree with that. Stop giving everybody like a invite. Like just
I think
you know.
Go ahead, finish your point.
Like Dom said, stop giving everybody an invite. Like certain people just need to not go. Like he said, oh, you gonna play like how Jokic, or who was it? It was Luka that threw the ball up too. They did this stupid shit. Like them, they shouldn't. Not saying they shouldn't be there, but like stop giving everybody an invite. But I really think they should just say this: like, you have no choice. You're gonna play a 1-on-1. That's it. They have a 1-on-1 tournament, and the winner, they're not even getting $5,000, bro. The winner get like $2 million type shit.
So let's put this into perspective too. The NBA All-Star game.
You sound muffled.
You get me?
Yeah.
Okay. The NBA All-Star game, I believe they need to start incorporating rivalries in this damn thing. People who don't like each other, they need to play each other.
Yes.
Or not even like each other. People who have grudges against each other. Like, I want to see Giannis go against fucking who he got a grudge against. Well, Tatum and them. Like, he don't like the Celtics players. Like, let them go against each other. Just for the East and West shit. We gonna pick Team Giannis and Team whoever, and Giannis gonna get his mans. Jaylen Brown gonna get his mans. We gonna come for you. You know what I'm saying? We need storyline in this. Like Jordan talking shit to niggas. I will bust your ass. It's the All-Star game. He talking shit to them like it's a real game.
Gobert and fucking Draymond. They get
I mean, see, that's the thing. That's my second point. Stop inviting players who's not entertaining. Rudy Gobert is not entertaining. Why is he? I get it. The defense, whoop-de fucking do. He's not an all-star, bro. The all-star game is for the fans who want to be entertained. John Morant need to be there. Anthony Edwards need to be there. Steph, players that are entertaining to watch. No offense to Jokic, you are not entertaining to watch. You're like the Tim Duncan right now. You're boring. Your stats are nice, but you're boring. We don't care. You don't even care to be there. You know what I'm saying? You were the last pick like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, to be honest, something got to change.
Gobert and Draymond box. Put some gloves on.
And like I said, I still feel like you could be the all-star in name. Like if you made it on there, that's cool. You an all-star, congratulations. But if you don't feel like playing, your ass ain't good coming onto that court. Simply, plain and simple, because it's like they don't even want to be there anyway. So you know what? They don't lose out on nothing, and we get a better product.
Yeah. Let the
last thing,
young stars go.
My last point. I feel like they need to start doing better with promoting certain things that happen in the All-Star game. You know what I just remembered speaking about this All-Star game? Didn't Cat drop like 50 last year in the game? What the?
Yeah.
Or like 60 or something? They don't be talking about these things.
Oh yeah, it wasn't 60.
He had a lot of points in the game.
Yeah.
And they don't talk about these things. I get it, it's an All-Star game. But I remember when Westbrook was winning the MVPs, all these they winning it, and like they building the hype for it. So now it's like, even though it's just for fun, I feel like the last good All-Star game was when they first introduced that Kobe format, where it was like charity. 2020. It was like down to the buzzer beater, but then I think the one year that messed it up was when they won off a free throw. That was what kind of messed it up. It was like, yeah, we don't care about this. But they need to bring back some way somehow. If you don't play, you have to play. Like you said, you have to play. And if something gotta be something, because this format shit, it ain't gonna
help. I'll say this. I agree with you, right? But let's say this. the East and the West shit, it wasn't. It was lit back in the days, but like with the new guys, it's not that lit. But when they started doing the drafting, when they mixed up the teams, that's when it literally started getting better. They just didn't let it last long enough. That Kobe situation with all that was good because when we see LeBron and Kobe play, Steph play together, that was lit, right?
Yeah.
When we seen Giannis become the captain and they drafted their team, it was nice because they also got views from people watching the draft. They want to see who was gonna go on who team, right?
Yeah.
I like that better than the East and West thing. I like it when it was a pickup thing, but they should do that again if they want to do this format. They pick a captain and you draft your team. And their team, well, I think they might be doing that. Are they going to do that? If they're going to draft
it's 4 teams. One team is a Rising Stars team, which is like
fuck
rookie
that. Them
sophomores.
niggas should not be in there. It should be
Exactly.
4 teams.
And there's 3 regular teams.
No, there should be 4 regular teams, right? With 4 captains. They said only
4 teams of 8 players. It's 4 teams of 8 players.
It could be 4 teams with 6 players, and they do a 3-on-3 style. They do a 3-on-3 half court.
It's a tournament style thing.
Yeah,
I was gonna say this. You see, this is what I think. Maybe me growing up when I first started watching basketball. Oh wait, hold on. Damn.
Because I can tell you this right now. The reason why players don't want to go hard because they're trying to win a championship. They don't want to get hurt. So play half-court basketball where it's not – they're not running up and down the court. They're not doing all this extra shit. They're literally playing half-court basketball. I feel like it would be better if they did the 4 teams with 4 fucking all-star captains and they pick 5 other players, including themselves, so it's 6, and they do 3-on-3 basketball. They could sub out, sub in, whatever, and they do a half-court 3-on-3 basketball. And that's a tournament. The 2 teams that win play against each other in the finals. And then they gotta win the team. They gotta win money for their fucking charity or for themselves.
Yeah. I feel like the Rising Stars MVP should be guaranteed a spot in the actual game. I ain't gonna lie.
That too.
Isn't that what you get exposure?
Bro, why the hell we gonna play with these rookies or these sophomores? Like, bro, y'all not even up to par yet. I don't
My take, well, not my final take, but I think me growing up, I'm tired of people saying the East this week. I could agree they're not as good as the Western Conference, but like Eastern Conference players gotta take that shit to heart, nigga. Y'all pretty much being told y'all not as good because y'all playing weak competition. Nah, fuck it. Yo, stand on your conference, nigga. I'm East Coast all day. I'm gonna go bust that Western Conference ass. I'm tired of it. Right. That's why I like East versus West, because it used to be like a grudge match. Like who's really the best?
But what's crazy is that only started happening in the 2000s. Because if you check the history, the East got more championships. They've been the dominant conference for years.
Yeah, Jordan is I wouldn't say Jordan. Sorry. Jordan being so good kind of made the West draft all these good ass players during them times.
Exactly.
Because you had like all the East so dominant that the West got these draft picks to get the good players.
Exactly. That's what really happened. And I think right now the East still leading in championships.
Then you had LeBron chasing people out west. KD came over to the East. It was, I'm saying, we had a nice few years where it was stacked. It still is stacked now because you got Boston, New York. Philly should have been
top
up there.
Heavy in the East. I'll say that it's top heavy. It's top heavy.
Sure, but you can also say the same thing for the West because they got the vulture squads. Squads you can really pick on like the Jazz and the Trailblazers.
But
and
the West, the West, I would say it's usually it's probably like 1 through 9, 1 through 10 now, where you could miss the playoffs with a positive record. And in the East, you can make it with like probably 1 game under 500. You know what I'm saying? So there is a difference. But I don't think it's that much of a difference to where people keep saying the East is significant. Yo, Giannis, you don't take that to heart, bro. They talking about, your team ain't as good because y'all playing weaker teams. Nah, nigga, come play me then. How about that? You come play me. Since my conference is weak, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's how I feel about it. And shit, when you look at the next few years, the East, they're gonna have all the stars for the next generation. Cooper Flag might be in the East. All these other players might be in the East. So all this the Eastern Conference is whack. All right, watch when Chicago and Washington and all these teams hopefully become good teams with dominant stars. Watch, it's gonna be a problem. All that we're gonna start saying, oh, Stephen Curry not Stephen Curry, but the West ain't as good. Yeah, because they're getting the weak ass players that ain't as dominant. But so that's my take on it. I need people to stand on where they from. Like, yo, you're on the East Coast, the Eastern Conference, stand on that conference.
They should do that. They should do that, but I don't know. Like Adam Silver said, he gave up, but he should have just like made a better decision, like made it more competitive, like force the competition.
Yeah.
Force the competition. Like you get
trying to get
if you're not doing what you're supposed to do type shit. Like force the competition, bro. Like tell these people, listen, bro.
I think that
I'm about to drop y'all contracts. Like if y'all don't do what y'all supposed to do, because like remember I seen a video when Jordan was like, they had to back in the days they had to earn their contract. Nowadays these people are just getting signed with big money.
Yep.
Like I feel like
back then, I'll say this before you continue. The NBA back then was more of a job. Then today it's more entertainment. So they paying people based on the entertainment as opposed to the NBA. That was their job. Like this is their 9 to 5.
David Stern was on some shit like, yo, listen, we gotta promote our league, so you gotta do these things, or you're not getting paid, bro. And then if you're gonna get paid, you're not gonna get paid a lot. Like Jordan didn't make that much money in his basketball career. He made that off of endorsements.
Yeah. His Jordan shoes.
Like, I just feel like they need to fix that. Like, yo, bro, you wanna what's the highest contract right now? What, 300 million? 4 years, 5 years? You want that? You want that? Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put in a contract. If you're not doing this and not doing that, we're taking money back. You feel me? Your numbers gotta be.
To be honest,
your numbers gotta be. If you average in 25, to make an extra 2 million or whatever it is, you gotta average 28 one time. If you drop below 25, we taking money away. You also want extra money, you gotta get all-star MVP, or you gotta become an all-star.
They gotta add incentives.
Yeah, like they gotta do something, bro. They gotta do something. But I mean, me personally, that shit could be whack until Kingdom Come. I'm gonna watch it. I like basketball.
Yeah, I feel it.
I don't give a fuck.
What was it? What was I gonna say? Damn, I definitely forgot what I was gonna say. Damn. What was it? Shit. I definitely forgot what I was gonna say. It's probably gonna come back to me. But yeah, the All-Star game. Hopefully they fix it. Hopefully, NBA, you can shoot us some tickets. We'll be there. Saying, but yeah. I do think like something gotta change. I don't know what it is. Like, oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I feel like these players nowadays are getting hurt way too much to be getting paid so much. Like, back then they was playing through it.
Yep. But that's the reason why some of them careers ended so early too, because they was playing through it.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Technical difficulties.
You just gotta be careful what you ask for with that, because then you get situations like Boston, how they did Isaiah Thomas and Robert Williams.
No.
Yep.
See,
yeah.
As a player, you know when you actually hurt and you cannot go. Just because a doctor tell you good, don't mean you good. Like Antonio, because he knew he wasn't good.
Kawhi.
Look at Kawhi. He's in a tough situation.
Yeah, that's a sticky situation. Like it depends. Like depend on your injury. Like somebody was not playing because they had a freaking fractured finger. Like the fuck out of here. You better get your bitch ass on the court.
Better put a case on that and go play.
Yeah, like the fuck you talking about? I'm out 2 games. I got a fractured finger. Fuck your finger. You better shoot left-handed, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You forgot what AI was playing through? Shit.
It just be certain shit, like, like, come on. I don't know. But I just feel like the money is great, I just feel like you gotta earn that shit, bro. And
Oh
then
yeah.
if you want a big ass contract like a 300 something, it gotta be a lot of incentives in that shit, bro. It gotta be a reason for you to get that shit.
Yeah. Last point about the money shit. It's crazy that Jaylen Brown is damn near one of the top 5 most paid players in the NBA, and he ain't even a top 5 player in the NBA.
Exactly.
So, hey, all right, man, get your money, but at least play like you want it.
He does though.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like he does.
I feel like he talked like he wanted, but he this year he been chilling. Like,
A lot of
I
them
don't know.
do. I don't know. I don't
There's
know.
a lot
Maybe,
of players I don't like. I think I'll make a players that I don't like list. Not that they give a fuck, but there's a lot of players I don't like
I
for
mean,
certain
for me,
reasons.
if the NBA wanted to play, if I was in the league, bro, like I don't know, like, bro, that's what it's weird for me to when they not playing hard in the All Star game because for me, bro, I gotta play hard no matter what. Like I want to win. I'm the type of nigga like I'm on the court, and as the MVP is up for rise, nigga, I want that shit, nigga. I'm gonna go hard. Give me that shit, and I'm gonna lock you up. I'm gonna look at you in the face. Oh, you playing soft? Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. I'm scoring. Oh, y'all don't want to
Yeah.
score? Give me. I'm taking all the shots. When they put me on the
Like
bench,
Stephen A.
yo,
said,
you
they
chunky.
play.
Y'all niggas not playing hard, nigga. Give me. I want to win. The fuck?
Yeah,
Like
Stephen A.
that's me.
said they play harder against each other in the summertime than they do in front of a live fans that want to see them play.
That's stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
That's
So,
stupid as fuck. Cause for me, basically, all right, boom. For example, I'm on the West, right? And we play in the East. I don't get to see, let's say I'm Steph Curry. I don't get to see Damian Lillard as much as I should anymore, right? Because he went to the East. Nigga, when I catch you, nigga, I'm gonna bust your fucking ass, nigga.
Yeah.
I want them to know that I'm better than you. I'm gonna call you out, like, yo, come guard me. Or one All-Star weekend, yo, what you so excited for? I'm excited for busting Damian Lillard's ass. Just like that. Whoa. Get the media talking.
Yeah.
Why are you saying that? He's the top guard in the East. I'm top guard in the West. I want to bust his ass.
Yeah.
Simple as that. When I catch you, I'm busting your ass.
Yep. That's how it's supposed to be. That's why I respect Anthony Edwards for that Kyrie thing. He said, even though he got cooked, he still took the challenge.
Yeah, but for me, he didn't even say nothing crazy. He said, I gotta guard him every time. That's who I'm up. I'm wait, what was the words again?
He said I want Kyrie. He said the next round I want Kyrie. So
and he said that because of the type of player Kyrie is. I want to be able to put myself in that category. So I gotta stop this man. I don't care. You bust my ass now. Next year, I'm gonna say it again. The fuck? I lost last year. I want you this time. My confidence is high.
Yeah. So, next episode, hopefully, it'll be more. It probably will be more current, more debate topics than current topics. I feel like we have more fun with the like the Tim Duncan debate we just had and stuff like that. That stuff is fun. But we can obviously sprinkle in some current whatever happens, and I feel like another blockbuster trade or something is gonna happen in the next coming days. But we're definitely gonna go back to some of these conversations. But with that being said, that is the episode. Got what number we're on, but yeah. See y'all next time, son.
Yes, sir.
You know y'all better hit that button.
Subscribe. It's free. NBA sponsor us. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. The whites, the higher ups. You feel me? We'll catch y'all next time. Man.
We love everybody. I just keep it 100 though.
Facts. And we'll catch y'all next time, bro.